Hey there, multi-prep teachers. You know how professional development never seems to quite get to what we need? It's like, great idea, but how do I make this work when I have 3+ preps to juggle? That's exactly why I created the Simplify Your Preps Collective. It's a free Facebook group built just for teachers like you, where we share tips, resources, and real talk about making multi-prep teaching less overwhelming and more doable. Sound like your kind of space? Head to kristenmasick.com/collective and join us today. Let's simplify together. How many times have you looked at your to-do list and thought, there's no way I can get all this done? But here's the thing. The sheer length of your to-do list isn't actually the problem. The problem is that not everything on that list should be your responsibility, regardless of who put that on the list. The mental load of constantly deciding what to do next is what's actually draining you. But today, we are going to fix that. I'm going to share a simple but powerful shift that will help you stay sane, even when your list feels never-ending. By the end of this episode, you'll walk away with a 3-question framework that will help you decide what deserves your time and what doesn't, so you can focus on what truly matters. Let's get into it. Welcome to the Secondary Teacher Podcast, the podcast for middle and high school teachers juggling multiple preps to get the strategies to reduce overwhelm so that you don't have to choose between being an effective teacher and prioritizing important relationships. I'm your host, Kristen Masick, a 10-year high school engineering teacher, former middle school assistant principal, and teacher coach. Every week, we will discuss strategies, systems, and time-saving tips to help you not only survive, but thrive as a multiple prep teacher. When I was teaching anywhere from 4 preps to 9, I used to think that if I worked harder, meaning longer throughout the night, if I were to work more hours, I'd eventually catch up. Spoiler alert, that never happened. I stayed late. I worked through lunch while I was simultaneously shoving my lunch into my mouth as fast as possible, and even decided what I was going to eat for lunch based on how much time it took to heat it up or prep it so that I would have the most time to work during my lunch. And I brought stuff home. And yet, no matter how much I did, the list never got shorter. Sound familiar? That's because the real issue isn't a lack of effort. It's a lack of clarity on what actually needs your time and energy. Not everything is equally important. Not everything is urgent, and not everything has to be done by you. Once I realized that, everything changed. Here's the truth. Your time is your most valuable resource, and the way you manage your time starts with how you manage your tasks. I started using a simple 3-question framework to categorize everything on my to-do list. Before committing to a task, I ask myself, 1, do I do this task regularly? If I don't, I handle it as needed rather than making it a system. Number 2, if I don't finish this task, will it affect my teaching or my students' learning? If not, I let it go. That one is probably one of the hardest things to do, but one of the most powerful questions. And number 3, is it necessary for me to do this task personally? If not, I automate, streamline, or get help. And this is where you can utilize various resources that your school might have where it comes to school TAs, teacher TAs, student TAs, or even using AI as your teaching assistant. This framework stopped me from wasting time on things that didn't move the needle and helped me focus on what actually mattered, my students. Now, let's break this down with a real example. Grading, probably one of the biggest time sucks on your list. So if I am asking myself, do I need to grade every single thing? The answer that I like to give is no. Do my students need timely feedback? Yes. Does it have to be me giving that feedback? Not necessarily. Here are some things that you can try when it comes to that last question about whether or not you are the one who has to do the feedback. Could you use self-checking activities, maybe peer reviews, or even if they're doing a review themselves with some sort of self-check or rubric? Or can AI assist not just you as a grading tool, but can it assist your students in revising so that there are less errors when they submit things? Save your time for feedback that actually helps students grow. Here's another example: lesson planning. Yet another thing on the list that takes a lot of time. Do I need a brand new lesson for every class? No. Do my students need engaging and effective instruction? Yes. Does it have to be me doing all of the heavy lifting? No. Here's your solution. Repurpose activities across preps. Use structured planning templates and lean on AI to generate ideas and resources in seconds from things that are already working in your class. If you are feeling buried underneath an endless to-do list that could be 5 miles long, take 5 minutes a day to run your tasks through these 3 questions. 1, do I do this task regularly? 2, if I don't finish this task, will it affect my teaching or my students' learning? 3, is it necessary for me to do this task personally? You'll be surprised at how much you can cross off, delegate, or simplify. And if you want more strategies like this, make sure you're part of the Simplify Your Preps Collective, my free Facebook group, where we talk all things multi-prep teaching. You'll find real solutions from real teachers who get it. The link is in the show notes. I'll see you on the inside. Remember, you don't have to do it all. You just have to do what matters most. Until next time.